don't be needy. One of the other things about don't be needy is don't accept bad behavior. If the girl wants you to take her shopping, just say, that's not appropriate on a date. Make sure you have multiple options. Don't focus on one girl that you meet at the social and then start eliminating all the others. The ones I see that have most success are ones that have 2, 3, 4 options. Usually the first option, because men are all the same, we follow looks, fall in lust, and focus on one because of her beauty. And then the second or third option I see guys hanging out with when they can't date the first one because they like hanging out with this one, and then that one actually grows into a real relationship, and then the other one fizzles out. Almost every tour there's a guy that goes, no, I want to focus on her, I know what I'm doing, and then 3, 4, 5 days in the tour, it fizzles out, and now he's in the hospitality room trying to make a new date, and he's got 2 dates, and now he's really desperately trying to do something, and then he's on those dates, and now he's feeling really desperate, and the women can sense that. It's hard to attract a woman when you're feeling desperate. When I go to the socials, I don't pay attention to any of the women because I'm married, I'm perfectly happy, and I don't think. But then they're always coming up, what about him? What about him? Me and Patricia are in Colombia last week, and the translators were constantly coming up to us saying, this girl wants to meet you, this girl wants to meet you. And that was because we were totally indifferent to them. And that on the social dynamic scale, that's considered high value when you're indifferent. But if you're sitting there going, oh, please go out with me, do this, do that, it shows neediness. And that's a big turnoff to women. Here, when you come here, you realize you have all these different options. Even if it doesn't work out, because Colombia is another culture, and so you have all these different options, so you shouldn't be in a rush to find someone specifically on this tour necessarily. Because when you set that goal that you have to find someone, it hinders your ability to actually find someone. I mean, we get clients that go, I got to get engaged before the end of the tour. Now, we have had guys that came up with a serious plan. Anybody ever watch the movie Two Brothers and a Bride? It was a movie, yeah, so that was based on real stories. So we had a client, he goes, I got to get married. He had us run the ads in the newspaper, everything. And I came out of my room and he had about 25 girls lined up outside his room for interviews. Yeah, so he was on a mission. But at the end of the weekend, he had 10 girls he would marry. And he asked the one to marry him, and she agreed. And then he called her up a couple days later, and she goes, well, I'm not sure. He goes, okay, never mind. And he ended up calling up number 2, and he ended up marrying number 2. She was a concert violinist, and so she actually played in New York, ended up playing in the Philharmonic, I believe. And the mother insisted on coming back with her because she didn't want her daughter doing any housework or cleaning or anything like that to protect her hands. But he was on a mission. He did everything.
One of your clients?
Yeah. So in that movie, they had the girls way down. That was based on a true story. Wow. Everything in that movie is actually based on most true stories. Don't be needy. One of the other things about don't be needy is don't accept bad behavior. If the girl wants you to take her shopping, just say, that's not appropriate on a date. In some places, it happens a little bit in Ukraine, and it just happened the first time I've ever seen it in Colombia. If you accept that behavior, that just shows you're needy, you're desperate to overlook that stuff. So if a girl's doing something you don't like, just say, that's not right. People always ask, can you get scammed here? Well, you can never get scammed if you don't give money. And if a girl takes you shopping or something like that, she's not serious. So just finish the date and move on, but don't accept that kind of behavior. If anything like that happens, let us know, and we remove them from the service. We have a lot of new girls coming, so we don't know all their bad behavior things. So 90% of the girls are very sincere and really want to meet somebody. There's always going to be a few. After the socials, you can take the girls out on dates. A lot of times the group will go and break up in either little groups, or the whole group will go to a nightclub or something like that. Understand, the translators we pay for at the socials, but we don't pay for them to go out on dates. So if you're taking them out on dates with you, understand that you would have to pay them.
Are you ready to get started? Sign up and connect with these real women.
Check out our website at
Colombianlady.com.